And now for our next news special report.
Hollywood's liberal elite never cease to amaze with their blatant disregard for facts. Bette Midler's recent tweet asking what would have happened if Hillary Clinton claimed the 2016 election was stolen has sparked a firestorm. But there is a twist. Clinton did make those claims. So stick around for the special report as we uncover the truth behind Midler's ignorance and why it's crucial for public figures to know their facts. You don't want to miss the final thoughts on this one. Now, folks, before we dive into this special report, a quick word from our fantastic sponsor. With debt soaring to new heights, many Americans feel the pressure, but there is hope with National Debt Relief. They helped me regain financial stability with a customized plan that got me out of debt, and their service includes a free consultation and zero upfront fees. Since 2009, they've assisted over 600,000 people. So visit NoDebtWithGary.com for your free consultation and a custom plan. That's NoDebtWithGary.com. Don't wait. Take control of your finances today. Now, Bette Midler's recent tweet has ignited a storm of reactions exposing the depth of ignorance within Hollywood's liberal elite. She asked, what would have happened if Hillary Clinton had claimed the 2016 election was stolen? So here is the tweet that started it all. And you can see here it reads, what would have happened if Hillary Clinton had claimed the election was stolen? Of course, the irony here is astounding because Clinton did exactly that. Clinton repeatedly suggested that the 2016 election was not legitimate, a point that Midler seems to have conveniently forgotten. Remember this?
I know how disappointed you feel because I feel it too. This is painful, and it will be for a long time.
What I learned is that the Russians were successful. You can run the best campaign, you can even become the nominee, and you can have the election stolen from you.
And let's not forget sexism and misogyny.
There was a lot of sexism and misogyny. There was voter suppression. There was the FBI's intervention. And then there were the Russians. Russian WikiLeaks.
Russia. Russian interference and Russians. Putin. The Russians.
The election meant on October 27th, I'd be your president.
I got interested in cleaning my closets and, taking long walks in the woods, things that helped me recover from that loss.
I'm trying to stay in a really positive frame of mind.
I went to the inauguration of Donald Trump, which was one of the hardest days of my life.
Lock her up is still a big popular line.
I believe he knows he's an illegitimate president.
The former First Lady would have paid tribute to her late mother had she won.
I dream of going up to her and sitting down next to her, taking her in my arms and saying, look at me, listen to me. And as hard as it might be to imagine, your daughter will grow up and become the President of the United States.
Now, Clinton's claims were not made in isolation. The liberal media ran with this narrative, portraying Donald Trump as an illegitimate president. The idea of Russian interference was relentlessly pushed, creating a deeply divided nation. Let's take a look at a video clip that captures all of the media questioning the integrity of the 2016 election. Watch.
He knows he's an illegitimate president.
17 different intelligence agencies concluded that Russia interfered with our election, attacked our democracy, in order to try and artificially place Donald Trump at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
President-elect as a legitimate president.
You do not consider him a legitimate president?
Donald Trump is an illegitimate president. He did not win the election without help from Russia.
And there's no doubt that the Russians did interfere in the election. And I think the interference, although not yet quantified, if fully investigated, would show that Trump didn't actually win the election in 2016. He lost the election, and he was put into office because the Russians interfered.
So we need numbers overwhelming, so Trump can't sneak or steal his way to victory.
I think the question is whether outside actors influence the outcome of the election.
They call into question the legitimacy of his win. First, it was with respect to Russian interference, and now with respect to the FBI, we see that Jim Comey's actions are sufficiently questionable that the internal watchdog at DOJ thinks that they merit an independent review.
You can run the best campaign, you can even become the nominee, and you can have the election stolen from you.
Votes remain to be counted. There are voices that were waiting to be heard.
he knows that there were a bunch of different reasons why the election turned out the way it did.
Now, as you saw, the video clearly shows multiple individuals stating that the election was stolen from Hillary Clinton. Clinton even suggested that future historical discoveries would reveal what really happened. These statements were, of course, amplified by the media, cementing a belief among many that Trump's presidency was illegitimate. Now, Bette Midler's tweet, therefore, is not just a lapse in memory, it's indicative of a larger issue. Hollywood celebrities often wade into political discussions without fully understanding the facts. Their substantial influence means that their uninformed opinions can spread quickly, leading to widespread misinformation. And after Midler's tweet, conservatives were quick to point out the glaring oversight. Social media lit up with fact checks and reminders of Clinton's own words. Now, this isn't about political allegiance. It's about ensuring that public discourse is grounded in truth. When high-profile figures like Midler speak out without the facts, it undermines the integrity of our national conversations. Now, the conservative response to Midler's tweet was swift and unambiguous, many pointing out that Clinton's claims were not only public, but were also a significant part of the liberal narrative for years. So this episode serves as a reminder of the importance of being well-informed before making public statements, especially on contentious issues like election integrity. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. It's time for my final thought. Bette Midler's tweet highlights a troubling trend where influential figures spread misinformation without checking the facts. This isn't just about politics, it's about the integrity of our national discourse. When celebrities make uninformed statements, they contribute to a culture of ignorance and division. So it's crucial for all of us, especially those in the public eye, to be well-informed and responsible with our words. So let's strive for truth and unity in our conversations. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.